Patricia. Je m'appelle Patricia. I'm saying all the words here. This is my first time going live on this channel. Um, and I wanted to just jump on here real quickly and do something live, reintroduce myself. I am someone that has been learning French in what feels like 1,000 years. But there's been so many changes, so many things have happened in life that I decided that I needed to stop and pause and take a break because I became a mom. I am a mommy of one. And I am so proud of him. He's my baby boy. He's actually turning one. So I spent the year um, being a mother and adjusting to that. And so because of that, I've had to pause on relearning French or just learning French. And mon niveau est B1, apparently. Mon niveau est B1, mais je crois que mon niveau est B, A, non, c'est pas B, B2, c'est A, A1 ou A2. Sometimes it feels like that, you know. There are times where it feels like mon français is just slow. C'est lentement. I guess you could say no, lentement is slowly. Et lent, pardon. So today I wanted to just come on here, say hello, reintroduce myself. I am relearning French. Hopefully I can get past B1 one day, peut-être. But we'll see. So in regards to that, I wanted to take a moment and try this out, see how I like it, see how it goes for me. And one day I'll talk about being a mom and what that's like for me and trying to teach my infant son français at the same time while I'm also learning. So I think that will help me learn a little bit more of the language, acclimate to the language even more. Et parfois, you know, I will speak mostly in English until I am able to apprendre le français, parler français couramment. And one day, c'est mon rêve that I will travel and live overseas. The advantage that I have with learning French is that it's not only just for Europe, but also in Africa. I want to go to Africa. I've never been. And so I would like to go. And you know, unfortunately, France colonized a lot of countries there. But because of that, they speak the language and it allows me to be able to understand. And of course, they speak English there too in certain areas. But mais je crois que c'est si j'apprends français plus, je parle français couramment, c'est bénéfice pour moi. C'est un bénéfice pour moi, right? So I'm learning this language. And with that being said, I am practicing my ear too, parce que c'est très important pour apprendre le français, pour parler français, écouter français, and be able to take the language elsewhere. So what I have today in front of me, devant moi, pardon. So if I slip some words in, it's because I'm practicing. And if you are a person listening and watching this right now, and you do speak French and you are fluent, feel free to correct me. I am okay with that. I've got thick skin. Feel free to say, no, you said that wrong. Because again, mon niveau est B1 and peut-être un jour, mon niveau, you know, will be, pardon, sera C2, I think, I hope. In the meantime, today, let's talk about Real Life French. It's one of the podcasts that I like to listen to. And it's been a while actually, so I'm coming back to all of these things. And I am going to play this and see how I do with listening and understanding it. It's called Real Life French, and they speak very fast for me, probably normal for them. And I want to see how I do. So I have it in front of me right now. Let's take a quick listen.
Bonjour à toutes et à tous et bienvenue dans notre leçon du jour. Nous allons la commencer comme d'habitude en écoutant un dialogue.
Oh, regarde là-bas, ils ont fait une énorme fresque de street art, c'est magnifique.
Je savais pas que t'aimais ce type de peinture. C'est vrai que c'est canon. C'est brut et en même temps plein de talent.
C'est dommage que ces artistes ne soient pas reconnus. Parfois, ils auraient leur place dans un musée.
Ouais, mais au final, ils sont un peu partout en ville. C'est comme si c'était un musée à ciel ouvert. Je propose d'écouter une deuxième fois notre dialogue.
Okay, so it just finished. C'est dommage, c'est dommage. So from what I'm hearing here is that it sounds like it's a museum that is supposed to have, I guess, some art. Uh, um, Thank you, Net LXXVI. I sound smart. Merci beaucoup. And thank you, Kenneth. Good morning to you too. I gotta listen again. Let's try this again. Ouh, on peut. Difficile pour moi, mais donne-moi un moment. Faites encore.
Oh, regarde là-bas, ils ont fait une énorme fresque de street art. C'est magnifique.
Je savais pas que t'aimais ce type de peinture. C'est vrai que c'est canon. C'est brut et en même temps plein de talent.
C'est dommage que ces artistes ne soient pas reconnus. Parfois, ils auraient leur place dans un musée.
Ouais, mais au final, ils sont un peu partout en ville. C'est comme si c'était un musée à ciel ouvert. Le dialogue commence par Louise.
Okay, so this is what I'm hearing. It's a museum. It's some kind of art gallery, something that's going on. It happens often there. And because it happens, she said sometimes, which is parfois, it happens sometimes here. She said that's sad that this guy is saying he's never heard of it. And she's like, oh, that's sad because it goes on a few times here and you should check it out. I don't know if that's correct. Let's see. Line by line, right? So I think that's what they said. And I wish I pulled up the translation, but I didn't want to cheat. I didn't want to cheat and say, well, this is what I think it is. Oh, look, I'm right, and be right because I cheated. So I really don't know. I don't have the translation in front of me. Let's play this one line. Let's see what they say. Okay.
C'était Julien.
Julien is the
Oh,
person.
regarde là-bas, ils ont fait une énorme fresque de street art.
Oh, look. Oh, regarde là-bas. Oh, regarde là-bas. Oh, look over there. Ils ont, I think they said,
Ils auraient leur place dans un musée.
oh, pardon.
Ouais, mais au
I
final,
went back too
ils
far.
sont un peu partout en ville. C'est comme si c'était un musée à
C'est
ciel
comme si
ouvert.
c'est un musée.
Le
Okay.
dialogue commence par Louise.
Tell me how my
qui
accent
dit à
is,
Julien.
guys.
Oh, regarde là-bas,
Là-bas.
ils ont fait une énorme fresque de street art.
Ils ont fait une énorme de fresque. I don't know what fresque mean, but ils ont fait de énorme. There is a big, a large, énorme, which is like enormous, right? We say enormous, énorme. Ils ont fait énorme. Street, something, la rue là-bas. So look over there, there's something going on, is what Julien is saying. That is one of the individuals on here.
C'est magnifique.
Oh, it's fantastic. C'est
Louise
magnifique.
arrête Julien pour lui montrer une fresque de street art qu'elle voit au loin.
Une fresque de street art, which means a fresh street art. If you speak French on here, please let me know if I'm right or wrong. If I'm right or if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. This is how we learn. And again, welcome to everyone who's on here. My name is Patricia. Je suis Patricia. Je parle français couramment. On joue. Je parle français couramment. Right now, I am learning this language. J'apprends le français depuis 6 ans. It's been 6 years. I've been on and off on this language, and I am back on because mon rêve, my dream is to live overseas, right? To be somewhere in the country of peut-être France, la France, ou somewhere in Africa, because the language is broad and there's a lot of people that know it there. So I will feel more comfortable being able to travel overseas. So I wanted to introduce myself and explain, what we're doing here, why I have this channel, and practice my ear and see how I do. I just did not get the translation up, and when I do another live one day, I'll do a better job of that. Okay, continuez.
Une fresque, c'est une énorme peinture qui a été réalisée sur un mur.
Okay, so une fresque, un mur, a wall, énorme, large. I'm choppy here, but it is what it is. Une fresque. I thought it was fresh, but une fresque sound like it's something else. So I'm going to look that up later on. If you know what it means, type it in there. Help me out.
Fresque, elle est impressionnante
Elle est
par
impressionnante.
sa taille.
It's an impressionist, impressionnant is either impressive or an impressionist type of artwork, is what it sounds like.
Et elle prend l'ensemble du mur. Et donc, du coup, c'est assez incroyable à regarder.
And so it is long du mur. I don't know what that means, but it is what they're saying is that it's enough incroyable, incredible. And I wanted to tell you guys, I have a video on here that talks about you do speak French, you just don't know it, because we use a lot of English words that are originally French. And sometimes you can get away with a few things like magnifique, magnificent, énorme, which means enormous. And so some of the things here that he's saying, impressionnant, impressive or impressionist, I think it's impressive. There are some words you can kind of understand because of the fact that some of the words that we use in English are either originally from French or because French is a Romance language with Spanish and Italian, they've evolved and they've just scattered to the Germanic language, which is what English is or was. Germanic meaning not that it's Germany, but even German, the German language has, we've got some words from there too. It's all borrowed. It's all borrowed, guys. Okay, let's go on.
Louise précise que cette fresque, elle n'est pas habituelle car elle est faite de street art. Le street art, c'est le nom qu'on donne aux arts de la rue.
C'est le nom, it's the name of aux arts de la rue. The street, I think the street is called aux arts. I think that's what he's saying here. Let's go on.
Souvent, ça va être des graffitis ou encore des tags qui sont réalisés avec des peintures en bombe.
Painting,
Ces artistes, contrairement aux artistes qu'on peut retrouver habituellement qui font de la peinture, ils n'utilisent pas des pinceaux.
The artist, les artistes, another thing right there, artiste, the artist is, actually, I don't know. I don't know. Something about the artist. Okay. Anyway.
Utiliser des bombes. Et ces œuvres, elles sont la plupart du temps réalisées en cachette par des personnes qui ne révèlent pas du tout leur identité. Louise, ici, elle est épatée par le talent de tous ceux qui ont réalisé ces œuvres d'art.
I didn't catch any of that. Okay, so what I'm learning from this is that one of the things I need to work on is vocabulary. And honestly, my teacher already told me this. I know I need to. I gotta learn it. I gotta learn it. I gotta take it more seriously for sure, because this is kind of kicking my butt just a bit.
Tout simplement qu'elles sont magnifiques.
To simply something magnificent, magnifique.
Elle va lui répondre, un peu étonné, je ne savais pas que tu aimais ce type de peinture.
Je ne savais pas, je ne savais pas. Savais pas is like, I didn't know. I would not, it's hard to explain, je ne savais pas. Like you say, je sais pas, which means I don't know. Je sais pas, honestly, they kind of cut it off and say, je sais pas, which means I don't know, even though it's je ne sais pas. Je sais pas is quick and to the point, because there's a lot of words in French and they swallow their words. They kind of have to, almost similar to English. We do swallow a lot of our words. Instead of saying I'm going to, we say I'm gonna, I am, one of the things we say is I'ma, like I am going to, I'm gonna, I'm gonna call you, I'ma call you, right? So those are some things that we do to chop up the words so that we can say them faster in English. So the French do the same thing, in that the French will say, they will say something to that effect of, je sais pas, instead. So instead of saying je suis, they say je suis. They cut it off. And it makes sense. It's fair. Okay. I'm going to try one more time. And then next time I get on here and do a live, I'm going to make sure I get something a lot simpler. A lot simpler for me to understand. Okay.
C'est vrai que c'est canon, c'est brut et en même temps
C'est brut en
plein
même
de
temps.
talent.
C'est brut en même temps. So a few words here that I picked up. Fresque. I did not know what that one is. C'est brut. C'est brut, which normally you say bruit like to mean it's loud, like a lot of noise. C'est beaucoup de bruit, bruit, but this is bruit. Bruit and bruit, probably two different things here. So I have to catch the nuance there. So if you're learning French, this is something else to consider. Catch the nuance of how they're saying things because that does matter for sure. Okay, let's go on.
Julien ici, il s'étonne d'apprendre que Louise aime le street art.
Le street art.
Il lui dit tout simplement qu'il ne savait pas qu'elle aimait.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to pause because what I tend to learn, I notice with me learning a language is that I will, if I take too long of a learning sentence, I will struggle with being able to stay focused. And that happens often if you're like, my ears don't understand what you're saying, so it just turns it off. That's a natural human thing to do to be able to continue to focus unless you are completely immersed and submerged in a language in a country, then you just kind of pick up on it as you go because you at this point have no choice. You are literally submerged in it. So I don't have the translation, but I do have in front of me, which is the dialogue, which is the dialogue here, the information. So let's go ahead and read it. Louis, c'est oh regarde là-bas, ils ont fait, oh they had, ils ont fait, pardon, that's past tense, ils ont fait une énorme fresque de street art. C'est magnifique. Street art, I think that's how they say that. Julian says, je ne savais pas que tu aimais ce type de peinture. Okay, reading this, now I know what they're saying. I did not know that you like this type of painting, is what he's saying here. C'est vrai que c'est canon. It's true, it is canon. Canon, we use canon too, but it's true, it's canon. C'est bruit. Bruit instead of bruit. Bruit, c'est bruit. Et en même temps, and at the same time, plein de talent. It's full of talent. So it sounds like c'est bruit means it's a lot. And I'm going to look that word up. And Louis dit, c'est dommage que cet artiste ne soit pas reconnu. Parfois, ils auront le place dans un musée. Okay, c'est dommage. Oh, that's sad. Que ces artistes, I think that's que ces artistes because it's a liaison, ne soient pas reconnus. I need to work on my accent a little bit more. My accent's not that great. Parfois, well, I take that back. I'm not going to speak that over myself. My accent is fabulous. There we go. Parfois, ils aura le place dans un musée. Every once in a while, it's here in a museum, is what they're saying. Julien, the last sentence says, oui, mais en final, ils ont un peu partout en ville. But yes, ouais, instead of oui, pardon, it's ouais. Yes, mais en final, but the finale, ils ont, which means it is, they are un peu partout en ville. It's a little bit around the city, in the city. It's out partout around the city. C'est comme si c'était un musée à ciel ouvert. We are working on a French language. We are working on it. We will be able to speak it beautifully one day with a beautiful Français accent. One day. Anyway, that was a little painful for me to try to speak this language and trying to understand it. I will be making more of these types of videos where I get the chance to translate, understand what I'm saying, and be able to hopefully speak it fluently with you all and engage with you all. If you are a person that likes the French language and is interested, feel free to subscribe. Now. If you are not interested in French but want to see me and watch me learn French, Subscribe, 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 subscribe. Why not? Join me on this journey. I could use the encouragement. You go ahead and encourage me anyway. What, you got nothing else to do? You might as well. You're on YouTube. Encourage a girl. Anyway, I am Patricia. Je suis Patricia. Je m'appelle Patricia. It's nice to talk with you all. And we'll be back for another lovely session. Thanks so much, everyone. Bye. Subscribe, 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 subscribe.